Halo
Hello,
Koko.
hey. Can you hear me well?
Ya,
Okay, it's good to see you again today. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, I think last time you told me that today there is some event at school. That's right.
Ya, it was my graduation photo
Okay, graduation photo. And is it in school or studio?
in school. But
Oh,
we hired photographers and they brought their equipment along with some backgrounds.
okay. Is it actually fun?
Yeah,
Good things. Okay then. So, actually today we will try to continue our lessons. Are you ready?
yeah.
Okay, good. So today we will try to continue to the lesson four. And before we actually continue to the topic, can you actually tell me what we already learned yesterday? Do you still remember it?
Yesterday we learned about index, how Python can count the total amount of letters in the selected word. You can also see select letters from their index numbers. You can also ask them to search for a specific word. You can also ask them to make the okay, for example, it's a feedback. You can ask uh, a computer to make the feedback all lowercase.
Okay, that's good. So it seems like you still remember about it, and that's actually correct. So we already learned about strings, right? The whole
Yeah.
function, a lot of function about it, like len also, like if you remember dot find, dot lower. Okay, so yeah, that's good if you still remember. And today, actually, we will try to discuss something that you are actually asking me. I think about last week, if you remember, you're asking me that when you try to do some tasks, there is a task that are the solution is actually kind of long, right? And do you remember that? Then you're
Oh
asking,
yeah, yeah. I remember.
yeah, and you're asking me that is there any way that we can actually shorten these things out because it's actually too long for you, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I told you last week that yes, there is a way for us to actually make it more efficient, right? If you remember. And today we will try to actually discuss about that. So this is gonna be the main topic for lesson four. For this topic, there is actually not much to discuss to be learned, but we will try to do a lot of practice about it because this is actually more about practical coding. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now I will try to share a screen first about what we're gonna learn.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. So welcome to Module 1 Lesson 4. In here, we will try to talking about nested construction. So we will try to do how to construct a nested. So what is nested? Nested is actually a design or a method that you can actually use on your coding to make one code, okay, one line of code become more efficient to combine every function together in that line. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see how to actually deal with that. Um, okay, wait a second. Okay, sorry, it's kind of lagging.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now let's go to here. Okay, if you see in here, let's say that we have to actually a task to program something, okay? And in here, let's say that we have to program a little bit about how to counting the total baggage weight. Okay. And this is actually a little bit of how to actually making that. So if you can see in here, because you want to counting the total baggage, of course, first thing first, you have to prepare a new variable along with the questions to asking the user how much is the weight of something, right? You got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And the first one is going to be the bag. And then if you see in here, after we already using input, you're going to using integer. Why we have to do that? Do you know why?
Um, I don't know.
Because if you remember, input function always have output as a string, right?
Yeah.
And you cannot counting math with string, right?
Yeah.
You have to change the data type into
Integer.
integer. Yeah, that's why you have to change it with this function. So that's why it's gonna using mass1 equals integer and then bracket with mass1 again. You got it?
Yeah.
So this is actually to change the data type. And if you see in the next line of code, basically just a different question, but in the big picture, it's still the same with the first question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then do the same thing until the third one in here. And after that, you can actually count the total mass one plus mass two plus mass three, and then that's going to be the total baggage. You got it? So far, I think this code is actually look fine, right?
Yeah.
Everything's good. You can actually count the total, right? But
Yeah.
and then sorry, and then if you see in here, you can actually counting with much more efficient way with nested construction. So rather than just using this because it's too long, you can actually combine every function into one line of code. And how to do that is actually using nested construction like this. I will show you.
I think I have seen it before on the tutorial. Yeah,
Yeah, you see
I
it.
tried that.
Yeah. So this is actually called nested construction, and you can actually obviously see that this is actually much more shorter, right?
Yeah.
Much more shorter and much more efficient. So you can see input and then integer, input and integer, one line of code rather than separated like this. Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to ask you for these nested constructions, if you see something like this, okay, for Python, okay, which one is going to be do first with the system? Is it going to be the input function or integer function? If you see
Input.
something like this.
Input.
And then after that, integer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember, when you see something like this in the future, okay, is it actually can be different. It can be integer, it can be input, it can be string, it can be anything. But remember, if you see something like this, you have to know that the system gonna be read your code from inside to outside. It's always gonna be like that. So the more inside the function is, it's gonna be the first one to be done by the system, and then it will go outside. So in this case, input gonna be first because it's inside, and go to the outside to the integer. You got it?
Yeah.
Is there any questions so far?
No.
What do you think about this one? Is it actually simple?
Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah, I told you. So this is actually more about practical today. Okay, now if you see something like this, you see that this nested construction is actually helping you a lot to make a shorter code and make a program that actually readable easily with anyone, right?
Yeah.
But not every code has to be using nested construction like this. Why? Because if you see something like this, I want to compare with these two. You see, this is the first one, and this is the second one. So if you see, one by one. Which one is actually more readable for you? Is it the
The
first
first
one or
one,
the
of
second one?
course.
The first one. But you
Mm.
know that the first one is actually not much efficient with
Yeah,
with the second one, right? Because
yeah,
the second one is actually already using nested construction, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So you see that it should be helping you a lot, but it's actually not that much. Why? Because you see in here, you combine everything, but it's not easily to be readable rather than the first one. So be careful, okay? Not every
Mm.
code has to be using this nested construction. Okay, you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Is there any questions?
No.
Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Yep, I already told you about this. Okay, this about review. Do you need to be review or still remember about data types?
I still remember.
Okay, let's continue about this.
I still remember.
Okay, about this, do you got it? This is a little bit of knowledge about operator in Python. So you can actually using math operations, okay, inside a sentence. So if you're using plus, you can actually do concatenation. For example, I have A plus B. Okay, this is actually a word, right? And if you actually do that, it can be A B. You got it?
Yeah,
So you can merger with using operator plus. And obviously, you can actually do some repetition with multiple. So if you see something like this, it will become cool, cool, cool. If you great plus place, it becomes great place. You got it?
yeah.
Okay. Just a little bit of knowledge about operations. Okay. I think that's it for the theory sections. I think we will do much more about practical. So I will stop share and I will try to actually share screen about the quiz a little bit. So you can actually help me to do this. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, now you obviously know that it's going to be the task that we're going to be practice today. So you have to change the program code to make it much more efficient. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so help me with this one. So if you see something like this, what we're gonna do? Do you have any
Make it
idea
make it shorter.
by how to using combine integer and input
Yeah.
like this integer, okay, input, and then just make sure that you add another bracket at the end. Why? Because you're choosing you are using two brackets for this one, okay?
Yeah, I noticed that earlier. There was two brackets.
Yeah, and do something like this and every input function. And after you already do that, you can actually easily erase all of this line 6 until line 4. You got it?
Yeah.
And then if you actually run it, let's say 60, 50, 20. You see, that's how you do it. You got it?
Yeah. Can
Is
I
there any
get the
questions?
the document?
Obviously. Is there any questions so far?
No.
Okay, if there is no questions, I will stop share and I will give you the document for you to actually download it. Okay.
Okay.
So, what do you think about this topic today? Is it interesting for you?
Yeah. It's interesting because it makes the process of the writing faster.
Yeah, even though there is not a lot to be learned, but it's actually really important, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I already sent the link. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, you can download it and you can log in and share screen to me. Okay,
Okay.
let's do some practice.
It's locked.
Oh, hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay, you can try to refresh.
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Okay. Okay, now you can actually try to do it. And if you have any question, don't mind to ask me, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good luck. Okay, this is actually about review with the last subject. And let's see if you can actually nail this one. Do you need help with this one?
Um,
Or you want to try it?
I wanna try.
Okay.
Yeah, I need help with this one.
You need help?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you see in here, I think, can you actually restart it?
Okay.
Okay, you see that in here, you have to fix the bug in the nested constructions. So you can actually review the length of this and negativity start in here, okay?
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, what is the function to know the length of a sentence?
Lamb.
Len. So you see that they already using len in here. So that's actually a good idea, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to actually erase it then. Okay, now the first thing that you're gonna do is actually make sure that you have to using lower. Okay, is there any lower function that you see?
Yeah, feedback dot lower.
Got it. Okay, good. So after you already know that there is a lower function, what will next that we're gonna do is actually now you have to actually using len with feedback because len needs a variable inside it, right? Yeah, feedback, and then what else?
Um,
Here, because if you remember, with find you have to using variable feedback alongside dot find, right?
oh yeah.
Yeah, and then mention the output.
Oh yeah, it did work.
It
What?
did work. It was awful. Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Wait.
think this is the same
Yeah,
one.
did it? Yeah, you did this earlier.
Yeah. Okay, you can actually do it again.
I need help with this one.
Is it confusing for you?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's see. So in number six in here, can you actually repeat again with from the start? Can you
Well,
actually click here?
okay.
Okay, now in here, you have to make the program from the scratch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now you see, let's try to read the question first. So in here, you have to make a program that calculate an intern's performance rating, right? You
Yeah.
see that there is a name, a number of mandatory tests, a number of extra tests, and then you see the score. And this is actually some requirement for the score. Required work test has 15 points. Additional test has 20 points, right?
Yeah.
So far, you got it
Yeah.
with the questions. Okay, now let's see how to make the equations. Okay, how to solve equations. How to solve it? This one is actually very simple. You see that you have to make a plainly named equation, right?
Yeah.
So make that one first. So prepare a new variable. Let's say maybe name. Yeah, or yeah, yeah. Okay, name equals what we're gonna do with making a function. for question. What's the function for that? In
Um, oh,
yeah, input, right? If you want to make a question. Okay, input and then bracket. Yeah, and then make no. The question is here, right? This is the answer. This is the question, right?
yeah.
So the question is trainee name.
Okay. And then
Please type the trainee name inside the input function.
whole.
No, no, no. Uh, Quotation and then trainee name. Type this. Yeah, because this is the question, right?
Oh
Trainee
yeah.
name. And you want to make a question, right?
Yeah.
So trainee name is the question. So you have to use some input. And then after that, you go to the second question, right? What is the
Yeah.
second question? Number of,
Mandatory task.
yeah, that's please make that one. Don't forget number, it means you have to using inter,
Integer.
yeah, and then input. No, integer and input. Because integer is just changing the data type. Yeah. Don't forget the quotation for the question. Do the same thing for the third question. Okay. After that, you can have to counting the total points right now. So you have to back prepare a new variable for that. Let's say total maybe. Okay, equals. Now you see in here that this is the requirement, right?
Yeah.
Required work test have 15 points as a value. It means this one is the required our mandatory task, right?
Yeah.
So how to counting that? It's mandatory, the variable, multiply by 15, right?
15.
Yeah. And then plus extra, yeah, multiply by,
20.
and then now the next function is actually to print this format. Print don't using question, print don't using equal, print using bracket. You see that they want to actually mention the call, right?
Oh yeah.
So you have
Okay.
to using variable name first. Please do it inside the bracket. So bracket,
Okay.
yeah, because you want to show call, it means variable name, comma, yeah, and then don't forget there is a string
Okay.
performance. Okay, and then comma, yeah,
Okay.
after the quotation, comma, total. Okay, let's try to run it. No, no, no. I think it's just actually don't they don't using points, right?
Okay.
Yeah, just total. Okay, so far you got it.
Okay.
Okay, now you have to make the same thing from the scratch. You can feel the difficulty is different between fixing the bug and make from the scratch, right?
Yeah.
But is it still fun for you to make from the scratch?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Help me out.
You give up with this?
Yeah, how do I make it shorter? The script is right, but I don't know how to make it shorter.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I think the first one is actually correct. So you already prepared the input for that. That's
Yeah.
totally good. Okay, but I think you have to using lower first, right? Because yeah, I think the second line you have to using feedback. Enter, just enter.
Um, I can't enter.
Oh, I think you still have a program running. So please stop this first. Yeah, I think you have to stop it first.
Stop the program in the background.
Yeah, just stop it. And here, click here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then feedback equals feedback dot lower. Yes.
Okay, how do I make this shorter?
Okay, first thing first, if you want to make it shorter, please combine print in here, okay, with dot find. How to do it? It's actually like this. So, with your print, after the review line, comma.
Yeah.
Okay, after this comma, okay, please erase the line, and then you can actually using len right away.
Hmm?
Len, and then feedback. Yeah, just like that. And then do the same thing for the next print in here. Please erase the cons. No, don't using len because you just have to find, right? Feedback dot find. Feedback dot find. Boring. Quotation. Don't forget. The boring one. No, just the boring using quotation. Yeah, and then cool with the second one.
Yeah, but it's too long.
No, you have to erase this.
Oh, okay.
Erase all of it because you already combined it, right?
Yeah, but it's still too long.
That's so, please try to erase it first.
Erase what?
This one, boring and cool. And
Oh,
the lower, please try to using bracket. You forget about the bracket for the lower. That's how you do it. Is it still too long for you?
it's not.
It's not right. You got it?
Yeah. Hmm.
Is it hard for you for today's task?
No.
But it's actually challenging.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, how about this one? I will give you a clue that each section has three answers, three no errors, three errors. A little bit clue. It's still wrong.
Mm.
Okay, good. Now you can stop the share screen.
Okay.
Okay, so I think our time is almost end. So what do you think about today's task?
It's great to learn that I can make the script shorter.
And how about the difficulty of the task so far?
It was not too hard.
Okay, but is it actually good for you?
Yeah, it's challenging, so that's good.
Challenging. Yeah. So, can you, yeah, what is your impression when you have to make a code from the scratch?
Yeah,
Because you never actually start to make a code from the scratch, right? You have to fix the bug all the time. So how about that one?
um,
Is it
it's
confusing
pretty challenging. Yeah, it's confusing.
at the beginning only, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, before we end, can you actually tell me what we already learned so far for today?
Okay. So today we learned about nested constructions. Nested
Can,
constructions is having more than one command in a single line.
okay, and then
If you want to make a nested construction, the order of the command is inside to outside, and then you
okay.
have to remember to use two brackets
hmm Why have to use in two brackets?
because there's two commands.
And if there is actually more than two, remember to add always the bracket. Okay, it's gonna be stacking each other. Okay,
Okay.
so far so good.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it for today. And I will see you again for the next meeting to continue our class. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Ryan. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. Oh yeah.